Hello, my name is Tim, and welcome to another Nagios Enterprises video guide. In this video, we will be doing a small overview of our NetFlow data monitoring solution, Nagios Network Analyzer. We will be showing some of the bigger features of Network Analyzer in order to help you get up and running as quickly as possible. To begin with, we will log in as a Nagios administrator. When you log in, you will be taken to the Home dashboard, where you will see your pinned sources, alerts, and abnormal behavior. On the dashboard, you are able to minimize these panels by clicking on the Close and Open options on the right-hand side. Under each panel is a series of other useful options. For example, under pinned sources, you can click on the View All link, which will show you a full list of sources on your system. You should note that only viewable sources are shown. Under Alert Summary, you have a series of tabs which allows you to filter the alerts based on severity. The Abnormal Behavior panel works much in the same way, showing the entries of behavior based on severity. This basically shows you 5-minute increments of source status to easily detect when traffic or bandwidth usage has fallen outside of normal threshold values. Pin Sources lists the sources of the network flow data that is being collected by Nagios Network Analyzer. The graph gives a high-level overview of general traffic patterns, amount of data used, data lifetime, and flow type, making it easy to quickly determine what's being monitored and give a few statistics on the status of those sources. The Alert Summary section shows the checks that you've set up for traffic and bandwidth sources. These checks will automatically alert you based on the thresholds you provide. Alerts in a warning or critical state occur when alert thresholds are exceeded. This is a great way to see exactly which sources are exceeding threshold values, and depending on the check you set up, which port, device, or what have you is exceeding that threshold. This feature mirrors the functionality of Nagios XI, our flagship monitoring solution. We'll go more in depth on the alerting capabilities later in the video. Abnormal Behavior, which is located at the bottom of the main dashboard, is a graph that shows 5-minute increments of source status to easily detect when traffic or bandwidth usage has fallen outside of normal threshold values. Green sections give an OK status, while red shows that abnormal activity has taken place. Abnormal behavior is automatically determined using statistical analytics, so without setting up any alerts, you'll still be able to see when a problem has occurred and take corrective action if necessary. Under the Sources menu, you will find a full list of sources, which are the devices that send data to Network Analyzer for further analysis. Most commonly, these devices are switches and routers, but if you have a specific server you want to analyze, and there are NetFlow capabilities, those can become sources as well. It is under the Source menu where you can create sources, stop a source from sending data, and delete a source. The menu will also show you the traffic from the last 30 minutes, disk usage, data lifetime, flow type, and the actions for the source. By clicking on a source, you are brought to a page that displays a series of options and details about that particular source. The two main summary options here are a bandwidth graph and a top talkers table. The bandwidth graph is a great way to get a quick overview of bytes, flows, packets, and bytes per second, which can help you quickly determine where traffic spikes and drops have occurred. The Top Talkers table helps you to understand which devices are consuming the most bandwidth and allow you to quickly determine if there is something talking that shouldn't be. You can use this Top Talkers list to mitigate security breaches and compromises, or simply to stay informed of where the traffic is going on your network. Under the source name, you can see a series of tabs that allow you to see the reports, queries, and percentile calculator. You can also pick from the drop-down menu a series of views that allows you to see specifics from that source. You can also create a view by clicking on the Create a View button. On the right-hand side, you can click Manage Views to edit these views. You can also edit the source or delete it from these options here. The Reports tab gives you options for displaying custom reports on the NetFlow traffic. For instance, the current report option displayed here is the one for displaying the top 5 talkers by source IP for the last 24 hours. In here, you can also expand these graphics to see a better visualization of the data. You can also click on this PDF button to get a PDF page created of the data currently being displayed. The Queries tab allows you to run queries on the source by either loading a past query or by creating a raw query to be run. The percentile calculator is a way to calculate the bandwidth usage based on the NetFlow data collected. It should be noted that there are limits to the accuracy of the data, so please double-check the data sample size when running this calculator over 2+ month time frames. The Source Groups menu provides a full list of the source groups in your system. If you have a lot of sources that are related to one another, this is what you would use source groups for. It allows you to treat multiple sources as one and aggregate all of the data to be analyzed. Each source group details page provides the same overview that a single source would have, but with the aggregated data sets. This can be useful in situations when organizing the data by department, server type, or by geographical location. To create a source group, you would simply click on the Create a Source Group button provided. You would then give the source group a name, and then add the sources that you want to be in the group. If you would like to delete a source group, you can do so by clicking on the Delete link on the main source group page. And of course, if you have a large variety of source groups, you can search for a specific source group here. The Views menu provides a full list of all your saved views. You can edit, delete, or run them on a selected source. Views provide users with the ability to view, capture, and save extended periods of network flow data. By default, data is only kept for 24 hours. This is because NetFlow data can quickly eat up storage devices. Views allow you to preserve and archive data that you'd like to save for longer than 24 hours. This allows you to see what's relevant to your network without constantly adding storage to your server. To create a view, you would simply click on the Create View button. A pop-up will appear allowing you to name the view, the source, and the data lifetime of the view. You can also click on the source associations to add or remove the view to a particular source. The Reports menu shows you a list of all saved reports you can run. You can run these reports on any source, source group, or view. Reports in Network Analyzer are useful for users looking to expand the information they are capturing and create or graph a table with specific customized information. You can create a report by clicking on the Create Report button. A pop-up will appear allowing you to define the name and the rules of the report. After defining the name, top number, time range, group, order, or the optional limiter of the report, you can run it against a source or set of data. When the report is run, you'll get some graphs and tables displayed, which you can then use the external API calls if you have a third-party visualization engine by clicking here. You can also manipulate the data or view larger graphs to drill down into the problem areas. The Queries menu shows a full list of all your saved queries, which you can edit, delete, or run them on a selected source. It can take the information that you want and extend them past the top items. You can create a new query by clicking on the Create a Query button. A pop-up will appear, and this will allow you to define the name, the description, how it is aggregated, the time frame, and the raw query. The Alerting menu showcases the alerting system that Network Analyzer has built into it. You won't have to stop and stare at NetFlow reports all day or be concerned about missing a tiny detail. Alerts in Network Analyzer were created to notify you when things aren't what you think or want them to be. The alerting page will display the name of the alert, which source it is associated with, the last status of the alert, when it was run, the last STD out, and the various actions you can perform with the alerts. Under the Nagios Setup tab, Network Analyzer can integrate seamlessly with other Nagios monitoring solutions such as Nagios XI. You would set up your services and host names under here and create new Nagios servers here. Under the SNMP Receivers tab, Network Analyzer can also handle SNMP traps to integrate with other third-party applications, which allows you to implement Nagios Network Analyzer seamlessly into your current environment. The Commands tab allows you to create new scripts and commands to be utilized with Network Analyzer alerts. To create a new check, simply click on the New Check button. A pop-up will appear allowing you to detail the name of the check, the source, and the view. You would then click to Step 2, which would provide you with options to set the criteria of the check, such as what it is analyzing, the thresholds, and various other rules of the check. Step 3 would then be how you would want the alert to be delivered, by either email, Nagios XI, SNMP traps, and commands to be run when the check happens. You would then click the Finish and Save button to create your check. If you need any help, you can click on the Help menu in the top bar to see resources to the Support Wiki, Forum, Administrator Guide, and Nagios Library. If you are a Network Analyzer administrator, you can click on the Administration link to be provided options that display the system dashboard of Network Analyzer, as well as global settings for Network Analyzer installation, which includes things such as your default language and time zone. as well as a variety of various other options. You can also check for updates for Network Analyzer by clicking on this link. User management allows you to edit and create new users for Network Analyzer. And updating your license key. For your unique API key, you would simply click on the name in the top right-hand corner, and you would find it here, along with other personal settings for your profile. This concludes a top overview of Nagios Network Analyzer. You can find additional videos on the official Nagios YouTube channel, as well as additional documentation and videos at library.nagios.com. For any additional help, you can contact our support team at support.nagios.com forum. For any sales or general questions, you can email us at sales@nagios.com.